Hi guys, so it is hair dyeing day. As you can see, maybe the lighting in my bathroom is pretty terrible, but my hair is really, it's become uneven because the top has lightened more than the bottom has, and it's really just time to touch it up. I will be dyeing it the same color, just refreshing it. So for those of you who haven't dyed your hair before, that is what this video is for. I will be sharing my tips and tricks on how to hopefully get nice even color with the least mess possible and at the least expense too. There is a very big controversy on whether or not you should dye your hair at home. And if you are going to, you should definitely do your research, because it can be easy to mess up. I've done it and it is not pleasant. So definitely do your research. Research what type of dye you want, like permanent, semi-permanent, all those things. What color you want, because you want something that'll go with your skin tone. So whether you want a warm, a cool, or neutral tone of hair. So research that, applications, before and after treatments, research all of that stuff, because it will really, really help when it comes to dyeing your hair. I do mine myself because it's more affordable for me. I don't really have that much money, so for me it's mostly a money thing. With that being said, if there are certain times where you should probably get it professionally done. If you, like if I were going back to blonde, because I used to be blonde, I would get it professionally done, because it's a lot easier to darken hair than it is to lighten hair and have it look good. So just to be on the safe side, that is what I would do. But I darkened it, and I've been going darker. I started off with kind of a lighter brown, and then I was like, oh. So now when I dye, it's actually probably going to look more black, and that's another thing. The dye is going to look darker, like any dye you get is going to look darker than the picture on the box, if you get it from a beauty supply store, which is what I would recommend, because any box dye that you get from Walmart or Walgreens or any of those places, there is a problem when you can just dye your hair back to blonde after it's black. There's a big problem with that if you can just do that all in one step. That is a lot of harsh chemicals in there. So I'd recommend getting it from a beauty supply store. I get mine from Sally's, and today and pretty much always I have been using the Ion Color Brilliance, and I am using the liquid permanent one in the shade 2, darkest intense brown. So it really will come off looking black. It's a neutral one. I am a cool skin tone, so neutral works for both, but I like this one. And the reason that I am using a permanent dye instead of a demi or semi-permanent dye is because in this dye they don't actually make it in a liquid formula, which is the formula that I prefer. So just gotta deal with it. Also with me, I have my applicator bottle. And this bottle is great actually because when you dye your hair you want to separate it into sections, and this bottle makes that really, really easy, so that is great. Also, if you get it at a beauty supply store, you're going to need to get a developer. There are different volumes of developer. I'm using the sensitive, ion sensitive scalp 20 volume developer, and yeah. So when choosing a developer, it's important to look at how dark you're going, things like that. I do have a video that explains that kind of stuff, so check that out. And yeah. I also have my latex gloves. Gloves are very, very important because dye is very, very bad for your skin and you do not want it on there. I also have petroleum jelly that I have to go and grab in a sec to put around my face and my ears and my neck to ensure that, like, if I get dye on my face, it just comes right off. It's like magic or something. It's awesome. Though I always seem to go over and have a little bit on my face, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. And lastly, I have some things that I haven't tried before that I'm hoping work really well. I have this Ion Pre-Color Treatment Packet. Basically, the bottom of the ends of your hair are a lot more porous than the top of your hair, like where the virgin hair is and stuff, which basically means that it's more dead. So it takes color a lot faster than the top of your hair. So what this does is it equalizes it, and it claims to equalize it and give even color results. So I'm hoping that works because that would be splendid. And then I also have an after color treatment, which is basically just a deep conditioner to help your hair stay healthy and shiny, and stuff like that, which is good because you really, really, really have to take care of your hair after you dye it, because hair will fall out, it will look dead, and what's the point of having this beautiful color if your hair looks bad? Sorry, I keep looking back. My cat is in my bathtub. I don't know why he does that. He's just silly. Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, so I am going to get him out of here because I do not want him breathing in those fumes from the dye. So, 1 second. Say hi, Felix. He doesn't like being picked up much. Alright, you get out of here. Okay, I'm good now. And I'm just gonna grab the petroleum jelly. Oh yeah, I also have some clips to pin up my hair. So, first off, I'm just gonna put my hair in a ponytail. Yes, my hair is greasy-ish because when dyeing your hair, you actually do want it to be kind of oily for two reasons. If you wash your hair the day that you are dyeing your hair, it can make your scalp more sensitive and it can cause irritation or burning, and that isn't pleasant. It's happened to me and it's not nice. And the other reason is because, sorry, I'm just putting this petroleum jelly on me. The other reason is because it takes better to your hair. With that being said though, if you have products like hairspray or mousse or any just type of product in your hair, it is probably best if you wash your hair, because the color won't take very well to those things. Hopefully that's enough. I would think that it's enough, but I'll add a bit more on the sides of my face just in case. With back to school, I don't really want to have a dyed face. So, alrighty. So, next thing that we are going to do is put in this pre-color treatment. So I'm actually going to divide apart my hair right down the middle. You can all see my lovely scar from an old cat I had. Not fun, I'll tell you. Okay, so that is pretty much parted down the middle, so that's good. So all it says is prior to color application, apply to clean dry hair, comb through without rinsing, and proceed with color hair application. So I mean, my hair's not really clean, but I don't think, I hope it doesn't really affect it. So, oh god, this thing is hard to open. Okay, there we go. Got it. Good. So, it's just like it's like a cream. Smells nice. It smells like apples. It's nice. Okay. So, just gonna put this all throughout the hair. I think that you can dye your hair when it's damp. I don't really think that I'd recommend it though, because you can't really tell, you know, if your hair has dye on it or if it's wet. So it can get confusing, and so I'm really just trying to make sure that I get this everywhere. Which I think I pretty much do, which is good. They always give you a little bit more than you actually need. which is actually kind of nice if you think about it. 'Cause then, like, I mean, if you have longer, thicker hair, I guess you would probably use more. I don't have that long or that thick hair, so I'm okay. Oh yeah, and same thing, I'm only using 1 box of dye because 1 is enough for me. But if you have longer, thicker hair, definitely get another one. Even if it's just in case, like, because it would really suck if you were halfway done dyeing your hair and then you ran out. That would just really suck. So, do that. Do. So immature, but that's okay. Just making sure I got it all on the ends, because the ends are my trouble zone. Alright, now we're just going to brush all that through to make sure that it's all even. Alright. So, pre-color treatment is in. Now we come to mixing the developer and the dye. So, generally speaking, my bottle's great because it has a measure on it. So, if you get a bottle of dye like mine, there will be 2 ounces in it, which is exactly what you need. So for every 2 ounces of dye, you're going to use 2 ounces of developer. So you actually want to start with the developer because you know that there's exactly 2 ounces in the dye bottle. So I'm just gonna lay this flat. Sorry, I have some stuff left over in the bottle, like water from rinsing it out. Okay, that's fine. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pour this in to 2 ounces. Please have enough. Alright, so that took up like my whole rest of that. I'll need to get some more of that. So that's what the developer is like. I mean, mine's like a liquidy one. There are different textures of developers too. So, next is the dye. The dye actually doesn't smell bad either, or the developer. They both smell kind of good, so that's that. Make sure I got it all. Then you want to put the lid on really tightly, because the last thing you want is dye spraying all over the place. Yes, and now I'll take out my latex gloves. Or at least one of them for now, because we still have to part our hair. And we are just going to shake up the bottle. This part's fun. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Alright, that looks pretty shaken, I would say. So, that's all dandy. So now we are going to part our hair. So the first thing that you're going to do to part it, it's the 4 basic partings. You're going to go right above your ear, and you're going to go all the way around for that, to separate the top layer and the bottom layer of hair. And we're just gonna clip it for now to get it out of the way. Okay, bottom of the hair. Separate. There we go. Except we do need to, if I can find some. Where are my clips? I can't find my clips. I'm not always the most organized, so I do apologize. Okay, I can't find them. So, well actually, the other partings would be to separate the top two. Okay, so you do that, and then you'd start with the roots. You'll start with the roots everywhere, and then work your way down. For now, I'm just gonna do it in twos. So, oh yeah, gloves. So I'm gonna put my gloves back on. Hate the smell of latex, so gross. But, oh well. And I guess you can buy latex-free ones, but that's what I got, so. Alright. So we're gonna start by making a line straight down the center there. And then we're just going to blend it in all over the tops, the top of my roots, okay? Now, I'm just gonna make another little strip on each side. Blend that in. Go around the hairline, because that's full of virgin hair too. Get all that. Nothing looks worse, really, than having a bunch of different colored baby hairs. I'll tell you right now. It's not nice at all. Sorry, my lighting is pretty terrible. As you can see, it's turning like a blacky blue, and I'm not too worried that it's on my face because, well, I have the petroleum jelly. So this part's a bit more tricky because I'm trying to get the back of my hair. When I first started dyeing my hair, for the first little while, I did get my mom to help me just blend it all in at the back. Make sure that I didn't miss any spots or anything like that, because yeah. So that's not a bad thing to do at all. I actually pretty highly recommend it. Actually gonna get those roots down here and blend it in. probably have the worst double chin right now, but that's okay. Oh man, I just get it everywhere, but that's fine. So I'm actually going to take it out of the clip now. Make sure that I got it all the way back down there. Yeah. This is a really, really dark one, and I am very excited. I like dark hair a lot, clearly. But yeah, I really do. I love it. Okay. So we'll do this and just break it up. I hope you all had a good summer, by the way. I did. Got to do some camping and things like that, so it was fun, and visiting lots of friends and family and whatnot was nice too. I can't tell if I'm excited to go back to school or not. I'm not really sure about my classes this year, but it's my last year of high school, which is just super exciting. Like, I'm so excited because I'm totally ready to get off into the world. Just gonna go ahead, brush. Make sure you got everything up there. Yeah. And now this side. Oh, it's making, my gloves are making farting noises. How funny. That's funny. Okay. Oh man. I don't know where all of you are from, but where I am right now, I am doing this at 11 o'clock at night. So it's exhausted, but I had to watch my sister all day, so I didn't really have time to do this. I had to watch her. And then we went out, and then I realized, oh, I don't have gloves. So then I had to buy gloves, and ooh, it's a big mess. Alright, so the tops look pretty dark. Oh my. I think last time I dyed it, I actually just got darkest brown, not darkest intense. So I feel like this is actually going to be so intensely dark, which I am so excited for. Yay. It was such a big change going from blonde to brunette. My natural hair color though is like a dirty blonde, like a dirty ash blonde, really light brown kind of color, and I hated it so much. So I started using a bleaching type spray when I was about 11. So I was bleaching my hair for a very long time. It was really, really dead and not very nice. So it's like, oh, well, let's do really, really dark brown. That sounds good, right? Right. Okay, so I am going to wait a few minutes to do the very, very ends of my hair because they are more porous, but I don't want to wait too long because I do have the porosity equalizer in there, so, you know. All dyes will have instructions on how long to leave it in for, and I do believe this one is 25 to 30 minutes. So I will get on to timing that in just a second here. Make sure I've got all these little freaking baby hairs. Yeah. I know, this looks really scary having all this black on my face, but I am putting my trust into my I'm having a brain fart into my petroleum jelly. There we go. Oh my, maybe this dye is making me a bit wacky, eh? Yeah, maybe that's it. Just want to make sure I really got all the roots at the back, because having roots, I mean, that's the main reason that I'm coloring, is because my roots are fading. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to check in this mirror because I want to see more lengths of my hair, see anywhere that might not have as much dye as another place. You basically want your hair to look like it's soaking wet. That's the goal. Okay. So, I am going to go ahead and let this sit for a few minutes, and then I will come back and do the very ends of my hair. Okay. Okay, so I am back. I did wash a little bit of the dye off my face and my neck because I was getting kind of scared. So I didn't get it all off yet, but I will. So now we're going to do the ends of my hair and wait until we have to rinse. You really, really want to make sure that you get it all in there. All in there. sorry, I know this looks weird. I'm just trying to make sure I can see in the mirror what I'm doing. I want to make sure I get everything, all of the ends and stuff, right? Another good tip is to use as much of the dye as you possibly can. Like mine is pretty much done, as you can see, but adding dye, like extra dye, is never a bad idea, because you happen to get a place that you might have missed or something along those lines, then that's good. I can see some baby hairs that I missed back here. So using as much of the dye as possible is a good idea. Just gonna go and check again in my other mirror so I can get closer to it. Alright, so there we go. So I'm just going to let this sit for a little while, then I'm going to rinse it, then I will come back with the results. Okay guys, so here is the finished result, and as you can see, it is pretty much black, which I love. I think it turned out really well, and I think that pre-color treatment worked just as it said it would, and the after color treatment was really nice as well. It really did what it said it would, and that's great. The ends of my hair aren't completely dry yet, but it really does seem like it turned out pretty well. I can't really see the back of my hair, but I'm sure my sister will be telling me in the morning whether I messed it up or not. But it seems to be okay. So yeah, so I hope you all found this video helpful, and for those of you going on to dye your hair now, good luck. If you have any questions or comments or video requests, please leave them down below and I will try to answer them and make those videos as soon as I can. Alright. So yeah, bye babes.